the people who created most of what you enjoy and are running our world, unfortunately, aren't those people that the teachers cater to. George Bush, they said he was what, a D+ or a C student? President of the United States. Here's a known fact. That, I forgot the percentage of the world's billionaires that didn't make it to college. What is it?
Like 60.
60% didn't make it to college. There's a number of them that didn't make it out of high school. So we're building a measure of our existence on something that was created by man. All I'm saying is, your measure is never determined by mankind. Your measure has always been what God has created you to be. If you want to measure yourself against something, don't do it against unfortunately, a prehistoric measure. The world that our colleges are preparing our kids for no longer exists. Whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't exist. Does not. Now I've been asked to help rewrite curriculum for college business schools. I can't do that. By the time you write a curriculum, it's already changed. The world's moving fast now. It's no joke. So I have this thing when we go out to eat, I asked the waiter or waitress, say, well, what do you do? Well, right now I'm in college. Or I just finished college. I'm going back for my master's. So why are you waiting at the table? Well, it's just nothing. There's nothing else right now. What's your major? And they come with some really good answers. Unfortunately, the majority of college grads are not working, even though they want you to believe that. If the goal was to work and finally get there, and it's not really happening, we're bailing out banks, we're bailing out automobile industries, and no one's putting demands on the educational system. When I found out that I could make more as an affiliate marketing than I could make with a college degree, it made me angry. Why are they forcing kids into VOTech and making them come with these amazing 5-year, $200,000 educational goals? There's nothing wrong with them, but I'm just telling you, if their job is to provide for a family, we've got to do something about it. We're probably going to have less kids in prison because they feel like they're not going to ever get to the net to steal. If we start working in their element, the ones in your household, who they are. If your child, if what they do is they're good with, what do you call that stuff when you spray paint? Vandalism. Is that spray paint that looks really nice? Sorry. Graffiti. You find a way to plug it into something that can empower them. You don't try to make them you. You don't say you have to join this thing, you have to do what mommy or daddy does. No. Work with them in their element. As a result of that, as a result of working with him in network marketing, a year later, he's making thousands of dollars creating covers for books, banners for websites, for people around the world. This guy. The same one's a troublemaker. In fact, a year later, after working in his element, the same kid who's already failed once and was about to fail again is on the honor roll. The difference isn't the system. The difference is plugging into people for who they are and where they are. It's time we stop rejecting people because they're different. We embrace them and who they are and then assist them and give them guidance. If you got it, say, I got it.
I got it.
So I never would have thought that the real breadwinners behind my 7-figure income isn't me at all. Remember, I'm the special needs guy. It's the very people that aggravated me with their personalities. It is Mr. Social Butterfly back here. It's my son Dwayne. And it's Mr. I'm so different, I'm going to do everything different, Dad, until it makes your skin peel off. It's my youngest son, who is like, he's like a big, strong kid, and I want him to, imagine this. This kid is riding a bus, and some smaller kid is punching and hitting on him. My son doesn't want to hurt him. So he comes home and tells my wife that some kid was punching him. I'm like, you kidding? What? And my dad tells, to make you afraid of getting that happening, he'd beat up you. Son, go back to school and I want you to, my wife said, Tommy, that's not who he is. I tried to make him me. Son, you trick him. You say, I'm so sorry, I'll be your friend, whatever. As soon as he gets close, you punch him square in the nose. and if he falls, make sure he doesn't get up. You give him one good swift kick or you hit him with your book bag. Dad, I just don't let me do it. So now he has this thing where he won't tell me, right? my son, wasn't clear to me. I've got to start plugging into what his strengths are. His strength isn't that he's a bully. He's one of those people that's naturally passionate and naturally caring. He wouldn't want to have a pet. When what's that little thing called that he had, that little pet?
Which one?
What is it?
Which one?
Oh, well, yeah, he's had a lot of pets. When they die, he cried. I mean, my dad would have really hooked us up with that deal. You're gonna cry. I'm gonna give you something to cry about, boy. Right? So I had to start getting used to it. Let me leverage who he is. Oh, he cried for that. The dog got sick. The dog got sick, started losing hair. He'd cry every day to my wife. He'd think, I don't know what's wrong with him. He'd have him sleeping in his room, his pets. Now, watch how powerful this is. Some of the stuff that some of you guys in the room enjoy, my 15-year-old, who was taught by my 19-year-old how to do PHP, or the stuff you build stuff on the internet, he populates it. He puts it in. Daniel, I need this video over here. Daniel, I need this video over here. I need this to happen there. He gives it to the young one. The young one does it. We have a team at our house that, honestly, our team produces tens of thousands of dollars every week. That's our team. I'm not lying to you. I don't care if you believe it or not. It doesn't matter to me. And it didn't start. We were hurting. We were all in different directions. I thought my son wanted to be a rapper. I said, this guy's going to be Jay-Z, and I'm just going to cut him loose. I said, Daniel's going to be a troublemaker. He just has to do everything different. So if everybody wants ice cream, he wants yogurt. I mean, he's good. Whatever it is, he always went the opposite way. David was a crier. My wife, she's got an analytical personality. My wife is one of those people. I grew up in the wrong house when I know that's what's wrong. My wife, she's a person who's very analytical. Me, I'm an easy sell. If you got something and it's really good, okay, I'm in. Right? Just give me the bottom line, I'm in. Don't knock on my door selling something if you're a college student trying to earn money or you're trying to save the whales because I'm going to sign up for it. That's my weakness, right? My wife shows people, no, no, just wait, we don't need it. Why are you going to do that? I know they need college, but I'm going to get it from somebody else, right? She's just very cut and dry. But honey, you know, that was my nature. Her nature is to really make sure things are cool. She's very, you know, line by line, precept upon precept. So, honey, just because we have it doesn't mean you have to get it. I'm like, but we just don't. Why do we need to do that? So it actually drives me crazy. I'm a bottom line guy. I'm aggressive. And because I'm aggressive, I get in a lot of trouble a lot. But I have a lot of great rewards also. I'm so aggressive, sometimes I miss a lot of the details. Thank God for my wife. If you think I'm absent-minded now and I forget little things, it was really bad before I got married. 22 years ago. So between my analytical children, which I have, my Daniel and David, are more analytical. They are going to have to, is it on page 4 or page 6? And if it's perfectly there, then it makes more sense. It's easier for them to work in that environment. I rejected that because it wasn't me. I'd say, dude, you gotta feel it, man. It doesn't matter words, just feel it. You don't have to know the exact words, you just gotta feel it. Try to make them into me. Dwayne's like, cool, I got that, Puff. I can do it now. Because that was his nature. Dwayne has more of the same personality. So he, on the other hand, was the opposite, so it's just like we were all chaotic. I'm telling you this for a reason. Now, I didn't go into any details yet on purpose. I'm going to show you from the inside out some of the stuff that we do and how we do it. I just want you all to recognize you can't achieve at astronomical levels as a family unit if, in fact, you're not plugging in and empowering people for where they are. You must do it. Now, I don't know that I want my son to be a ballroom dancer, but if he wanted to be it, I know the best thing I can do is empower him. I like to dance. I didn't think of somebody doing it professionally, but it can happen. I enjoy watching people that know how to do that. I mean, it's still like a skill, but I just like watching. So maybe I'd like to do it too. I don't know. But I've got to find a way. Well, son, maybe there's a way. There's some schools. There's some places where you can learn how to actually ballroom dance professionally, where it makes more, where you're actually, it's more naturally for you to adapt an environment as an adult, as a ballroom dancer. Let's see if we can get you. Let's go together and look at what they offer. Instead of trying, since I'm a mechanic, I'm going to make him a mechanic. My kids will tell you, I've never been forced any of them to join a network marketing company in my life. It's an interesting thing. When I began to believe in them, they believed in what I did. So they joined whatever, and if they ever joined. In fact, that's how powerful this is. What's your name?
Yvette.
Yvette. event. A year after, no, is it 2 years? 1 year after all this stuff has been going on, don't worry, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a 15-minute break in a few minutes. 1 year after all this has been going on, my son Dwayne, who now 18, no longer 17, has an income of about $28,000 a month in another company. He left what we were doing in that company. He went on his own. In spite of the fact that in order for him to graduate from college, we had to have multiple principal visits. I mean, right from high school. We had to have him go to multiple principal visits and have the principal say, listen, he can't walk across our stage. His GPA is way too low. He isn't even, I mean, it's not working. I said, listen, I had to use my negotiation skills, baby. If I understand it correctly, the purpose of the school system is to prepare them for college, yes? That's exactly right, Mr. Golden. Good. So if he's prepared for college, he's okay to graduate. Well, yeah, if he's prepared, but he's not prepared. I didn't ask you about that, brother. Hang on a second. So let me ask you this. If we can go to the nearest college, get him tested with a pre-test, and he passes what they're passing score, can he graduate? Well, yeah, if he can do it, but I don't think he can do it, no problem. So here, I do what I know how to do. We work together, instead of me yelling at him for being a loser, we work together morning, noon, and night on what you might need to learn to make sure you can accomplish this.